Hi everyone, welcome to the Tabia Show. Thank you for watching another episode. We are live. You can use the hashtag Image Management Talk, and you can reach me at Tabia Show on Twitter. We'd love to continue the conversation on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. We have excellent image management boards that you can pin, and we love to give you inspiration. Tonight, we're going behind the image transformation of Amanda Patterson. Amanda graduated from Howard University in 2012 with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. She now attends the University of Illinois College of Medicine in Rockford. She's a fourth-year medical student, and she graduates May 2016. And we can officially call her Dr. Amanda Patterson in 2016. So I'm so excited. Today, we're talking about her image transformation because she's planning to pursue a career in family medicine. And she just recently took her graduation photos, and we just want to talk about her dilemma between her straightening her hair or going natural and wearing her hair and her natural hairstyle. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So thank you so much, Amanda, for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for the invite. I really appreciate it.
No problem. I'm so excited to talk about your transformation because when I saw this on your profile on social media, I said, wow, this is an amazing story. And I think it'll definitely be inspirational to my audience and to the viewers that are watching. So can you just tell me a little bit about let's start about your journey from undergrad to now that you're a medical student, and just tell us about your journey really quick.
Okay. So I'm originally from the south side of Chicago, born and raised, product of the Chicago public school systems here. And so for as long as I can remember, I've always said I was going to grow up to be a doctor. So that dream turned into my reality, and I found my way at Howard University, where I majored in biology and graduated in 2012. And now I'm here in medical school in my last year, and will be pursuing, as stated, a residency in family medicine, and that's where I see myself career-wise heading.
What is your purpose and what is your mission after you graduate?
So I have been able to kind of create this mission statement for myself that basically my purpose in life is to really inspire people to live their most abundant life in mind, body, and spirit. And so I'm just grateful that my career lines up with my passion. And so I'm grateful that I'll have the opportunity to connect with my patients, but also I hope to connect in the greater sense with the world and my community through the gifts that God has blessed me and through just the time that He's given me on this earth.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. I think it's so important for us to think about how to be authentic to who we are and using our God-given talents to bless this world. And I love your mission statement. So let's talk about mentoring, because every authentic, successful personal brand has a mentor and has someone that has mentored them along the way. So is there anyone that you can contribute your success to and that has kind of also helped refine your image as well?
Mm-hmm. I would say that I like to have a personal, professional, and spiritual mentor. And I'm blessed that my mom is one of those people for me as my personal mentor. She has really established a lot in me, and just foundation-wise, I believe a lot of who I am is definitely because of that foundation that she has established in me. Professionally, one of my greatest mentors is Dr. Jessica Shepard. She's an OBGYN in UIC, and she's also in the social media world. And so just to see her is just so inspiring, to see a Black female physician, and she's amazing, gorgeous inside and out, wife, mother. So that's one of my mentors. And spiritual mentor, I would say, is my First Lady, Reverend Sister Jera January, Vernon Park Church of God here in Chicago. And she's just been a blessing to me since my family has been members of that church since I guess I was 13. So I'm blessed to be surrounded by so many powerful, inspiring women.
And who could you contribute your refinements to as well, just for your image as well?
I would say experience. I cannot point to a specific person, but I would say my life experiences has really helped refine in a lot of that foundation that was set for me. I look at from being in high school. Well, I've been natural, if I could say it, just like in hair wise, just natural my entire life. Never hit a perm. But like in high school, always having my hair straightened because that's what was cool back then, you know, to have this long hair. And then transitioning to Howard, the experience where it was okay to embrace this Afrocentric view and to understand that beauty did not always have to be this certain straight haired look, you know. And then now as I've embraced totally who I am as a person, defining what beauty, what that professional look will look for me, and what my brand, what I hope that will really try to inspire other women to embrace in themselves.
I love that. And is there one word or a couple words that could describe your personal style?
My personal style, I would say one, authentic. And I would hope inspiring. If I could say my personal style is authentic and inspiring at the same time.
And are there any looks that you like, your go-to looks that, if you know, as a physician as well as outside in your personal life, are there any go-to looks that you really like to go to and to dress up, or what type of pieces do you like are in your wardrobe?
Well, I guess like style-wise, one of my style icons is Janelle Monáe. I think she's so beautiful, and just everything that she represents. You could tell like everything that she does is very thoughtful. You know, from even if it's like, okay, when she was doing the black and white look, you know, it was a reason behind it. She was representing something much more than herself in the tuxedo and everything. So I love Janelle Monáe. I think for me, I like a lot of classic, sleek looks. So, you know, I kind of really, when I'm looking to whether it's dressing up or, you know, the professional look in the clinic or all that, I like to always look neat, you know, pulled together and neat. And of course, when you go out, I like big hair. So when I'm out for the weekends, usually my hair is like huge. That's my weekend hair, really huge, big hair. So
I love that. Well, thank you so much. So now that we're talking about your big hair and that we all love, so why did you choose not to straighten your hair for your residency application? Because you just had your residency application photos, correct? And I think it's important to talk about headshots, because in today's social media world and branding, that's so much a part of the package of self-packaging yourself, and having a headshot, having social media outlets, having a website, having if you're a public speaker, having a one sheet, and just having a self-package, and how you want to be represented to the world, and how people can view you and what you have to offer. It's so important, it's so relevant in talking about headshots and talking about progressing into your professional life, and kind of that branding that we were talking about. So why did you choose to not straighten your hair?
So I guess my thing definitely is, I look for a residency program, I want to make sure, again, as we talk about being authentic, that I'm presenting exactly, I want them to know exactly what they're getting, you know, from on paper. I want it to line up for when I'm going to the interview. And then if you do select me as a residency candidate, or further down the line to be your doctor, I want you to know this is what you're getting. Right. And so for me now, I most likely won't have my hair straightened most times of the year. Maybe, I think this year alone, I might have had my hair straightened maybe 3 times. And more so just to get my ends, you know, clipped and keep it moving.
Every 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks.
Right. And sometimes I stretch it up. I can't get home to my stylist, Jacqueline Tarrant, back home. I'm like, okay, yeah, I just have to, it's going to be a while before I can get my hair straightened again. So when I wanted to do the photo, I wanted to make sure that it was very representative of who I really am, what they would be getting. 2, I wanted to really challenge that idea of what does it mean to look professional? Because who set that standard that professional means that you have to have a slick hair, or, you know, pulled back slick bun? It cannot be big, or, you know, who set that standard? And when you really think, how does professional have a look? Shouldn't professional more so be an attitude? And so I really wanted to take that opportunity to express that in my photo. So
attitude. And I think that your photo is definitely beautiful. If you all go on the To Be a Pope Show site on Google Plus, and you'll see her beautiful residency photo that she took, and it's just beautiful. So I guess, how do you hope to encourage other women embracing their natural beauty? Are there any tips that you would give, I guess, even to your younger self? Because I think that as we come into our own as a woman, I mean, I'm sure that there's some tips that you would give your younger self as well, and how to embrace that natural beauty.
Yeah, I always kind of go back to have that moment of what would I tell like 14, 15-year-old Amanda? Especially now I have like little cousins that are coming into high school and middle school. And I remember the first time, my freshman year, my mom, we were playing around with rod sets, and my mom did this really cute rod set, and I went to school. About that time, like my hair was like shoulder length, and so I had this rod set, and I was so happy about my curls, and I was teased about it so much because, again, having this natural look that wasn't in back in what, 04, you know.
And you're talking about flexi rods or a rod set. That's what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so that wasn't in, and I remember being teased, but now I look, you know, fast forward 10 years, that's the trend. So I feel as if more so sometimes we just have to embrace whatever works for you. And so I also challenge women, whether it's natural or if you like to have your weave, your perm, whatever, embracing what works for you and being confident in that, because that's more important than what's on the exterior. It's more so having an idea, embracing what's on the inside, and then making sure too, as women, especially women of color, that we're not divisive. Just because if I'm natural, I shouldn't talk about a woman who has a perm because that's what she feels comfortable in. That works for her lifestyle. You know, be more concerned and conscious about what does she think about herself? Does she think that she's a beautiful Black woman? Does she see herself as someone that's contributing to the community? Is she appreciative of her African heritage? You know, that's more important than the image that she's presenting to me. So I just try to encourage, you know, women my age and girls that are coming up, always just to be concerned about the outer appearance, but also be more concerned about what's going on the inside and what you're thinking about yourself and how you're perceiving others as well.
Mm-hmm. And having that positive self-image, because it's so much more than just the exterior. I think when people think about image, they just think about the wardrobe, your hair, your nails, but really image encompasses so much more, and that's what the To Be a Pope Show is about. Image is about your character and how you present yourself, and kind of also re-imaging your characteristics that you have, your personality, and how you interact, and if you are offending others, or knowing how to self-monitor yourself, even what is considered casual versus professional. When I talk about this all the time on Casual Dress Fridays, and just knowing what is appropriate for which setting that you're going into. It's also important to know, you talk about interviewing. I think it's also important to know, to practice some of the interview questions before you go, to kind of set that standard. And I like what you said about letting them know who you are and who they're getting, because I think that's so important. Sometimes we put on a mask and that representative and what we think other people should view us, but that's not being authentic. And then so when you do let your hair down, and when you do approach yourself to the world as an authentic brand, then it won't be such of a shift. And people will always know, I'm getting this when I interact with you. And that also attracts people, and that's what keeps people intrigued, because they know that every time you're going to have a smile on your face, right? Every time they interact with you, they know that they can go to you as the go-to person for whatever your God-given talent is. And I think I just charge everyone to just think about what is natural to you. And let us know on Twitter. You can hashtag Image Management Talk at To Be a Pope Show, TABIA POPE and show. And Amanda, before we leave, can you let our viewers know how to reach you as well?
I am on Instagram as well as Facebook. So Facebook, Amanda Patterson. I'm probably the only one in the Chicagoland area at U of I Medical School. Or also I'm on Instagram. So I'll be making a shift too once we get this MD. But right now you can find me on Instagram at _Amanda Show. And that's actually a 0 instead of an O. So that's again, _Amanda Show.
And let's just talk about, you said, I think that was very interesting. So you said the shift. Now, what type of shift in social media outlet, or what type of shift are you going to be making?
So I'm going to be looking to kind of making that shift where I will be using social media more so to align even more so with my passion and purpose of inspiring people to live the most abundant lives that they can. So right now, I don't have the credentials to be Dr. APAT on that. But
it's coming soon, May of 2016.
We'll have that. And so my hope is that I can be able to bring it in sort of a community environment using social media for millennials, really to continue to have these discussions of living your most abundant life, being authentic, and making sure that you have that healthy and wellness spin on it as well. So in coming time, but you all can follow me there as I make that transition.
Well, I hope to have you back on and definitely continue the conversation with you on Twitter and social media. So thank you so much for watching the Tabia Pope Show. If you want to be #be my next guest, definitely go to and email me, media@tabiapopeshow.com. Thank you so much for watching.